Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of the Farm Progress Virtual Experience. It has been a great week, and we continue with one more day. You know, Dena Morgan joining us here on the set. Yeah, I think sometimes by day 3, those of you so close to the show are starting to heave a little sigh of relief because you've been running hard for 2 days.
Absolutely. This is celebration day when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
And you've had a lot of great meetings, a lot of great visits with folks here at the show. That is what we always enjoy so much, to be sure. And there's so much information. That'll be no exception today as well.
Absolutely. We've got another full lineup on day 3, just like day 1 and 2. We can't wait to do more field demonstrations and more sessions, just educational sessions later in the day.
There's so much interest in haying equipment. Always at Husker Harvest Days, it's put in the spotlight, and there's a great array this year of equipment.
Absolutely. That's always something exciting, I think, to watch all the innovations they come up with on hay equipment. So we're going to have that full lineup here with mowing, raking, tedding, and baling. So that'll be a great, any hay producer out there who's looking for that new piece of equipment, this is a great time to watch it in action. And again, just like we did with the combines and with some of the other demonstrations, we've got cameras mounted all over those machines. So you're going to see things from a different angle than you would be able to live, or even if you have a demo out at your field, you're going to be able to see it a little bit more intricately this way than any other way we've done a demonstration.
There are so many great advances in haying equipment now to make it more efficient, to do a cleaner job, a tighter bale, to allow that producer to get on to the next field quicker but still deliver a great product, to transport it easier than ever.
Right.
We've really come a long way, haven't we?
Yes, and to make it dry faster, you know, especially this year, there's been some areas that have been really wet, and so making sure that you get a good cut and have that alfalfa or grass or whatever you're baling dry out in a timely fashion, so then you can get that bale up and have a good quality feed for those animals later in the year.
The cattle handling demonstration is always a place of interest at the show at Grand Island, and this is no exception this year.
It's one of my absolute favorite demos. I love watching the cattle handling, and this is going to be very similar to if you were watching a live show. So the company owner will go through and he'll talk about the features and benefits of his chute, and then we'll have a couple calves run through and you can see live those cattle going through the chute and how it works, and all the special parts that they have of their chute. Also, we have Doc Joe, who's going to do our moderating, and people who have gone to Husker for years just love Doc Joe, and we are excited to have him as part of our event.
I know people are attracted to that part of the showgrounds at Grand Island because of the gates and the demonstrations there, but he brings it to life. He makes it interesting, makes it entertaining.
He does. He's so good. I mean, he knows all that equipment. He's worked with it for years and years, and he's just a fun guy to be around, so we're glad to have him.
Is there anything else to look forward to today, Dena?
So in addition to all those demonstrations, we also have some educational programming as well. So if you're interested in grain bin safety, certainly that's been a hot topic for several years now, and having that on-farm storage. So that's a great session. We also have one on farm secession, how those laws are changing and how you need to plan ahead to make sure that you know what are you going to do with your farm in the future. There's also irrigation programming and many others throughout the day.
Succession is such an important topic, with so many of our farming operations prepared to change hands over the next few years, simply because of the average age of that generation ahead of the younger farmer.
That's right, and it's really something that you need to plan ahead, not just as the owner of the farm, but whoever is going to be taking that over, who you want to start stepping up and taking that over. It's important to get that process started.
We sure appreciate the rundown. Thanks for giving us the preview. We've had a great week, haven't we?
It has been a great week. You know, that day 3 is always exciting to get to, but we've had so much fun and learned so much over the last 2 days.
You've kept your shoes fairly clean, too, I've noticed here. That's
yes,
a good thing.
That's right.
Dena Morgan, thank you. Appreciate it. Dena Morgan with Farm Progress here. Stand by. It's all coming your way on day 3 of the Farm Progress Virtual Experience. As we begin day 3 of the Farm Progress Virtual Experience here, we start the day, of course, with the folks from Whiffles, because they always help open the Farm Progress Show each morning, wherever it is held, whether it's Decatur or Boone. And Mitch Heisler from Whiffles joins us here on this last day of the Virtual Farm Progress Experience. First of all, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with the company and how the crops look this year. Kind of give us an update of what you've been hearing from producers.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we started out the year all the way up until really the end of June, it looked like we had an outstanding crop out there, and then had a couple things in the last 60 days that have slowed us down, whether it be a wind event or certainly a lot of places that have seen the weather really dry up. So, the crop's moving along really fast. I think we're going to be drying down and getting into harvest a lot sooner than we have in the past few years. So I think there's still some areas with a lot of great potential out there, but we're going to need to be monitoring those crops and making sure we get things scheduled for harvest timely this year.
They will be highly variable across the area you serve, I can imagine, simply because of who was hit with the derecho and who wasn't, who has had very, very dry conditions, and then conversely, some have managed to pick up rains. What should the grower be thinking about as they prepare to get in the cab and go into this harvest season?
Yeah, I think one of the most important things for us this year is going to be just making sure that we're, over the next 2-3 weeks, making sure we're out in the fields checking stock integrity. I think especially in areas where it has started to dry up, that corn plant's still going to be trying to fill those kernels, so it's probably going to be cannibalizing some of the stock in order to do that if we don't get some more rain. So I think we need to be making sure we're checking the stock integrity and getting some of those fields that might have a little bit weaker stock scheduled for the first part of harvest. I think, also just keeping our eye on how things are drying down. If they're keeping that green later in the season, we might have better chance to keep those at the back end of harvest and make sure we get the right fields prioritized.
Doing some prioritizing.
That's right.
By all means. Yeah.
That's
What's
right.
new with your hybrid lineup?
Yeah, so we're excited. We have a great new class of hybrids this year. We've got 12 new hybrids across all different trait platforms: Smart Stacks, Double Pro, and conventional. The great thing is we have a great lineup to begin with, and so it's sometimes a challenge to think about, well, how do we bring new hybrids into this class? But our product, our corn breeding and research team found some outstanding products that are simply better. And when we find better products, we're going to bring those out for our customers. So we've got some really exciting products that we've got out in fields and plots this year, and we're excited for our customers to see and really think they're going to be great fits as we move into 2021.
What makes those hybrids so special?
Well, I think you think about the last couple years we've had, and if you talk to corn breeders, anytime that they can introduce different stressors, it really helps them separate the cream from the crop when it comes to new hybrids. So the last couple of years we've had, really good growing seasons, so you've got to see some top end yield potential, but then there's been areas where we had, you think about last year with the challenging spring we had and some of those spring planting conditions, and then up in the north where we had some wind events, you really got to see some stock and root integrity. So, these hybrids have really been through the paces over the last 2-3 years as they've come through the breeding process and development process, and so we have a lot of confidence in their ability to handle stress, be put in those stressful environments and really thrive, and then also know that they have the top end yield potential for when we do have good conditions and we manage them well. They're really going to reward our customers. So we're really excited about them.
Am I correct? You have a new corn rootworm monitoring tool?
Yeah, so corn rootworm monitoring is something that's been very important to us. We've actually been monitoring fields for 7 years to try to help our customers better understand the pressure that's out in the fields for corn rootworms, so that they can ultimately make the right decision for their corn, their corn hybrids. And so this year we added another element to that. We've actually got a live map on our website. So if you go to wiffles.com, you can see the corn monitoring tool there, and you can look live at what results we're seeing out in the field. We've got over 1,000 sticky traps out across our geography. We're monitoring corn rootworm, and I think for us, we're all about providing our customers with choices and the information they need to make the right choice. So we're not trying to push them one way or the other. We just want to make sure it's such a local thing that they need to be paying attention to. So we want to provide information that they can use locally, in their farm, on their farm and fields, to make the right choice going into 2021.
And you're all about corn at Wiffles, right?
That's right. Corn is what we all live and breathe, and we're very passionate about making sure we're bringing forward new products that are going to help our customers be successful, and then it goes a step farther. We got to help them manage those products and give them the information so that they can really make those products succeed. So managing corn rootworm is one part of that, but we have a lot of other different agronomy trials and things that we're doing to make sure that we understand our products and we can give that information to our customers so they can be successful.
Whiffles Hybrid, 75 years, family owned and operated seed company. Congratulations. That's a lot of candles on the cake.
That's right. That's right. It's something we're very excited about. This is our 75th year, as you said, and you know, I think you think about a company that's still family owned in the third generation of family ownership, and still bringing that independent voice to the seed business. I think it's very important, and you know, something we want to certainly continue. And we think that we really have a lot to offer to the corn growers out there. So we're excited. It's obviously a little bit of a celebration for us, but it also is just a testament to you know, all the work that's gone into getting us where we are today, and we really think we've got a bright future ahead.
Well, it's a great organization, great family, good people. Tell everybody we said hello when you get back to Whiffles.
We will. Thanks, Max. It's great to be here.
Mitch Eisler helping us open day 3 of the Farm Progress virtual experience, as the folks at Whiffles Hybrids do each year here.